No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you've come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come, love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door or pain you're going through, know that you are not alone and someone cares for you. As an individualization of divine point of view, this door is open. Oh, this door is open. This door right here is open for you. This door is open to you. This door is open. I'm talking about this door. This door is open. I said this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white or gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you.
Good morning, Unity.
Good morning.
So happy you have joined us here this morning. It's all happening right now. 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 You can sing that with us. It's all happening right now. It's all happening right now. One more time. It's all happening right now. It's all happening right now. Reach deep inside, free your mind from the binds of time. Right now, right now. This is your destiny. All you see, yeah, it was meant to be. Right now, right now. Give it all you got to give. Just live. This is all there is. Right now, right now. From the source to the ground, all around, life is going down. Right now, right now. It's all happening 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 right now. Let's do that again. It's all happening right now. It's all happening right now. One more time. It's all happening right now. It's all happening right now. If you think about yesterday, guilt or regret. If you think about tomorrow, you ain't seen nothing yet. If you're thinking, stop. Free your mind from the knot now. Let yourself go. Stomp your feet, clap your hands, make some noise. Do the dance of joy. Free your mind from the knot now. Let yourself go. Stomp your feet, clap your hands, make some noise. Do the dance of joy. Free your mind from the knot now. Let yourself go. Stomp your feet, clap your hands, make some noise. Do the dance of joy. Free your mind from the knot now. Let yourself go. Stomp your feet, clap your hands, make some noise. Do the dance of joy. It's all happening right now. 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 Yeah. It's all happening right now. It's all happening right now.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, thank you. It's all happening right now. Anybody feel a little bit like I should do something, but I don't know if I can? Do I fit in this box? Am I allowed to go outside of the box? I'm just kidding. Anybody, I want to see. We have 2 people who have raised their hands. Sometimes life asks us to go outside of that box, to realize that we were taught to stay in a box. And no, I'm not giving the message right now. But that song shared that with us, that idea. So we want to welcome you this morning to Unity Spiritual Center of Portland as we gather, I believe, to learn to step outside that box, to know that we are unconditional love, to know that we are here with a path and a purpose, and we are literally being called to break open these old stories and find a larger story for humanity. I'm Reverend Lisa Davis. My pronouns are she and her, and we are gathered in this consciousness, both in this space. We welcome you in this space, and we welcome those who are part of our family that is around the world, literally, and that we come together because consciousness doesn't know space and time. Consciousness is what builds us and lifts us and reminds us of who we truly are. Maya Angelou said, "Have enough courage to trust love one more time and always one more time." Anybody have any tapes of, I can't trust again? How do I know it's going to turn out the way I want? Which, of course, isn't the answer. But have the courage to trust love one more time and always one more time. That's the universal movement. That's the universal call. So as we begin this service this morning and we come together, we get to do so in a place of opening our hearts and our minds. We're going to open in prayer. And some of us have been taught that prayer is hoping some guy out there in the sky will change whatever it is we ask for. And I want to just remind us that what we're doing is opening to the universal intelligence, the quantum field in which we live and move and have our being, and that ability to anchor ourselves in this knowing is what allows us to open again and again and again and have the courage to see that journey and to open to love one more time. So wherever you've been this week, and there's so much going on around us, I just invite you to take that breath and to allow courage to move through your being as we begin this service in prayer. Infinite Spirit, we open. We open with a willingness to know the love that we are and to know that love around this globe. Every being everywhere, I see the light in you. I see the light in me. And I know that we have come to live as that light. We are the light of the world. We hold this space. We know this. And we recognize that the very vibration of love through us this day is reminding us again and again, we are whole, we are light, we are love. And for this opportunity to gather in this knowing and to hold a space for every being on this planet. Whatever their life journey has been, wherever they are, we love you, we hold you. We know that pure love flows as you now. And we simply say yes to that movement of spirit in and through and as us now. Thank you, Infinite Spirit. And so it is. Amen. All right.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have to say, I was shocked when I came in this morning and the room was set back up. I don't know if any of you were here this weekend, but we had a fabulous, successful holiday marketplace. And I just want to start off by acknowledging a couple of people real quick. It was very exciting. So our lead team, our lead leader was Kelly Bruce, and I can't even believe she's here this morning. Kelly, stand up, because you were the queen of the weekend, my friend. She was fabulous, and she led us all. We had a wonderful team. I'm going to name a few people. Dixie Junius, Yes, Dixie in the silent auction. If you think you were a high bidder, see Dixie after the service today. She was head of that silent auction. Janet Cook, Colleen Story, who did a fabulous lunch. Colleen, I know you're watching from home. She's at home resting today. Cher Gilbert, Laura Fitzgibbon, Elizabeth Santana, and of course Denise Pfister, who helped us coordinate all of you volunteers who came throughout the weekend. Very successful. I'll have totals for you next week, but the vendors were so happy. The shoppers were happy. It was a great weekend, so thank you very much for joining in on that. Yes, give yourselves a hand. It was great. So yeah, and then the other thank you I have to do is for all of you leaf rakers who showed up last week. Oh my gosh, my garden team was so happy. They got them all out to the street on Wednesday. And yeah, so anyway, thank you to all of you who came prepared for that last week. They were very impressed. Okay, now to our prayer chaplains who we're also very impressed with. This morning we have Annette and Patricia. They are here to pray with you following the service today. We are a ministry based on affirmative prayer. If you're not ready to pray in person, you can submit a prayer request. We have a prayer box right here you can slip that into. We have Dial-A-Prayer that you can call during the week if you need that little midweek lift. And our Sunday morning guided meditations happen each week, 10:30, in the chapel, led by one of our prayer chaplains, and we're so grateful for that. Okay, it's not too late to join in membership here. Our membership orientation is this afternoon following the service. You will meet with Reverend Lisa right here in the sanctuary. If you still would like to join, there's applications out on the table. Just fill those out. Bring it with you to that meeting today. This is a requirement for those seeking membership. And next week is our new member ceremony. And maybe you're just new to the community and you have some questions or you want to know more about it, you're welcome to join as well. Like I said, that's following the service, about 15 minutes after the service right here in the sanctuary. We have lots of things happening during the week. We have Course in Miracles on Tuesday mornings at 10:30. Our chair yoga and meditation happens each Tuesday at 4. And our current event study group meets Thursdays at 1:30. I do want to mention there will be no labyrinth this week as it will be part of our Thanksgiving Eve service, which happens in a couple weeks. All right, so the slots are filled. Performers are practicing their crafts. This Friday's the talent show. You're going to want to be a part of this. This is one fun evening. We had a blast last year. It was so much fun. This is our fundraiser for the music program to help bring you more fantastic music each week, and we know you guys want that, so come and support them. That's this Friday night, 7 o'clock right here in the sanctuary. It's a great, great evening. Then the following week is our Thanksgiving Eve service. That's on Wednesday, the 26th. We are collecting gently used candles. This is a wonderful candlelit ceremony. You can drop those off during the week, or you can bring them next Sunday. It's a great service of gratitude, a celebration of our oneness and our community. And the labyrinth will be set up inside prior. That opens at 5:30. The service is at 7. And then bring some pie, because we have a wonderful pie social after, and that's a great part of that, too. That's a lot of fun. So make sure you're a part of that. That's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And then something we're doing here that we haven't done in a very long time. We realize that many of us need and want somewhere to go on Thanksgiving. So Kelly and her husband, Mike, are going to host Thanksgiving dinner here on Thanksgiving at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There are sign-ups out on the table for what you can bring. Everybody's invited to bring a dish to feed 8 or 10 people. Check that list when you sign up, because we don't want to end up with all sweet potato casseroles and no pie, okay? So make sure that we got some good variety going on the side dishes. They're going to make a couple of turkeys, and yeah, we invite you to come and join us. It'll be a wonderful, wonderful day of community, and yeah, we encourage you to come. So absolutely, yes. Thank you, Kelly. All the work this weekend that she's going to keep doing it. Got to keep doing it. It's great. So Community Outreach has begun collecting for their winter project. We have lots of local charities who are in need, great need of things for this winter. There's lists on flyers out there. You could actually buy the things and bring them in and donate. Starting this week, there will be on the pull-down menu on the donate button, it'll be community outreach, and you can donate directly online if you don't want to shop. Some of us are not into shopping, and we'd just rather give them some money, and let them shop for us, and they'll be happy to do that. So they'll be collecting those for a few weeks. The other things we're going to start collecting is some food items. We have a little internal food pantry downstairs for members in our community who have some food insecurity. So we want to beef that up a little bit in these times. And we'll also accept other food donations. We do have people who are willing to take those to the food bank. As Alice mentioned last week, though, I do want to encourage you to donate the cash directly to your food banks because they can purchase in bulk, and it really does make a difference. So just want to mention that. Next Sunday following the service, our LGBTQ group meets along with allies. They'll be in the chapel following the service. And now I have a little administrative business to attend to. As many of you know, we are moving to Breeze Online Giving in 2026, and our PushPay account will be closed at that time. We've done our homework, and we thank all of you who have already moved over and signed up for recurring giving. And on that note, I want to say there's 57 of you who have not moved over. We know who you are. You'll be getting an email this week, a loving email, really encouraging you to do so on your own. Lori will have very detailed instructions on how to do that. But if you're not comfortable, if you're not confident, if you want somebody to walk you through it, we are here for you. Just call the office. I'll put you in touch with Lori. She is happy to work with you to get you moved over. But it really is vital that we get this done so that your gifts will continue to generously bless this community and the work that we do with those wonderful offerings of love that you give us. So thank you in advance for working with us on that. All right, this is the time in our service where we welcome anyone who's with us for the first time. We're so glad you joined us this morning. We trust that you maybe got a welcome packet on your way in if they identified you. And if they didn't, now's the time if you'll just raise your hand up high. They've got a few of those, and they'd love to put one in your hands. There's a little rose sticker on the front, and we'd love for you to put that on your name tag so we can identify you, know who you are, give you a warm welcome following the service. We invite you downstairs for coffee and connection, which is a wonderful time of us getting together for a little socialization. And then on the back, there's a yellow card, and this gets you on our mailing list for the newsletter so you can keep up with all the wonderful things that are happening here. There's also a QR code you can use and get your information to us that way. I also want to mention, we believe that service really builds community, and if that's what you came here to do, I want to encourage you to look at the opportunities in our service ministries that are on the back of the card, and we'd love for you to get involved with us and become a part of our community. So thanks for being here today. Have a great week.
All right. Thank you. And I do want to welcome all of you who are here for the first time or you haven't been here in a long time. At Unity Spiritual Center of Portland, one of the things we know is that every one of us is on a spiritual journey. Sometimes we're aware of it, sometimes we're not, and we're right where we need to be. Whatever that journey is, it has all that we need for it to teach us and remind us of who we are and for us to expand and to remember that essence within us. If these words that you hear this morning work for you, I would encourage you to become a part. One of the things that's so important right now is for us to connect with each other and to find a place that reminds us of who we are and continues to empower us to live that life and that journey. If these words do not work for you, I would encourage you to continue seeking, to find a place that will say, I know who you are and I celebrate that. So we're happy to have you with us, and we are going to stand and sing. And thank you to our wonderful, wonderful music team.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me, gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 yes I am. I'm so grateful every day. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me, gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful.
All right. And I just invite you to turn to those around you with a handshake, with a namaste, with a welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. What would we do without our morning hugs? And remembering that we're to have 12 a day. So this is just the beginning of remembering who we are and the way that we join together. In just a moment, we're going to move into a time of meditation, just a time to remember the truth of our being, and that life and that love and that presence is the vibration of the universe. And when we get silent and get quiet, it fills us, and it creates a cellular remembering that allows us to open to larger and larger stories. So just as we listen to this music, I just invite you to open your mind, your heart, your being.
I am awakened to love. I have forgotten the fear. I now remember the joy. For I am awakened. I am awakened. I am awakened to love. I am awakened to love. I have forgotten the fear. I now remember the joy. For I am awakened. I am awakened. I am awakened to love.
I am awakened to love. As we relax our bodies and we turn within, letting go of cares, concerns, fear, we just loose it and let it go. And we breathe in, breathing in a knowing. And knowing that love, the vibration of the creative intelligence of the universe, is the truth of my being. I am awakened to love. And I can feel and see it expanding through my being as light, moving into every cell, every tissue. The vibration of my heart. I am awakened to love. And I am connected to the eternal essence of this universe. I am in the silence, in the silence. Again and again, I allow that cellular remembering of the love that I am to vibrate as me now. And I know that I am here as a channel for love. With every breath, with every step, with every thought, I am awakened to love. And so it is. Amen.
I am awakened to love. I have forgotten the fear. I now remember the joy. For I am awakened. I am awakened. I am awakened to love. I am awakened to love. I have forgotten the fear. I now remember the joy. For I am awakened. I am awakened. I am awakened to love. You can hold my hand when you need to let go. I can be your mountain when you're feeling valley low. I can be your street light showing you the way home. You can hold my hand when you need to let go. I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let us take on the world while we're young and able, and bring us back together when the day is done. If we want a garden, we're gonna have to sow the seeds. Plant a little happiness, let the roots run deep. If it's love that we give, then it's love that we reap. If we want a garden, we're gonna have to sow the seeds. Yeah, I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let us take on the world while we're young and able, and bring us back together when the day is done. The door is always open, your picture's on my wall. Everyone's a little broken, and everyone belongs. Yeah, everyone find a place by the fire for everyone. Let us take on the world while we're young and able, and bring us back together when the day is done, and bring us back together when the day is done. Ooh.
Wow, how beautiful. If you want to grow a garden, if you want a garden, you're going to have to grow the seeds. That has something to say to us, doesn't it? Doesn't it? We welcome you as I'm glad to be back. Let me put it that way. I was gone for a week. It was a wonderful experience. I spent 5 days at Disneyland with my daughters, who Leah, that is her favorite place on earth, and we have walked and walked, and then I spent a couple days with my brother, which was a treat. And I want to say we're in the 4th week of a 6-week series, and it's based on Don Miguel Ruiz's book, The Poisoned Arrow. And some of you have been working with this, some of you just come in and listen to this, some of you are in the groups, and some of you, it's your first Sunday and you don't have any idea what it is. I want to just share a little bit about it and what the ideas are. Don Miguel Ruiz works with it from the Toltec tradition and some of the wisdom teachings that can be gathered there. What we do at Unity is we try to do it twice a year. We don't always get it twice a year, but we try to do it twice a year, where we take a book that will take us deeper into some idea. What would serve us now to take each of us beyond where we have been? Because I don't know if you've noticed it, but the universe is inviting us to evolve. The universe is inviting us individually and collectively to get larger stories. And by the way, always remember, as you look at your world and what's going on outside of us and what is happening inside of us, there are 2 different pieces happening. One is the absolute infinite presence of spirit that is always evolving, that is always available, that is always within us and around us, and it is saying, honey, you're moving whether you want to or not. And then there is this reality world out there that is interesting. That's all you can. I sometimes would call it hilarious. It's saying, I'm not moving, I'm not changing, I'm not going to get a bigger story, I'm not going to include you, I'm not going to do this, and let's just see what I can do. And so if we live only in this world that is the reality, we aren't actually acknowledging that there's an absolute movement of spirit that is moving us forward. And I say sometimes whether we want it or not. Anybody have their door just like pulled open lately? You will be moving. You will be changing. You will be working through these ideas. And so Don Miguel works with some of them. Oh, wait, I want to stop. I want to thank Annette for doing the service last week. That was, for those of you who don't know Annette, and many of you do, besides being a teacher here at Unity, she just got through with a year of teaching the 12 powers before the Sunday service. She's a prayer chaplain, and she heads up our Spirit Groups program. We have, I think, 6, how many groups do we have right now? 6 or 7 groups that are pretty much full studying this book together, but it's another way to connect. So next time we do one in January, February, March, I just invite you to look at that, because then you get to take it apart in your life and say, how's this working? Find out what is happening for others. Where are we going with that? So she not only sets up this program, but with this one, she put the pieces together for it. And so she reads the book, puts them all together. And so when I asked her, not many people say yes the first time someone asks you to get up here and give a Sunday service. So I just want to say the courage to do that is wonderful. And I'm so grateful. And she talked, and also, as she said, she didn't get the most fun week, because it was about the fear and identifying fear in our lives. Anybody have fun doing that? That's what we're being required to do. He talks about this idea that when the world wounds us with a metaphorical arrow, There's been a wounding that happens. And of course, if you look at Gene Houston's The Hero's Journey, the wounding is the beginning of the journey. What's happening right now is there are individual, ongoing woundings. And I don't know many people who aren't working on a major one right now. And we have collective ones. And they're in our space. There are also global ones, but most of us haven't looked at those yet. But when that happens, many times, instead of just, as he calls it, pulling out the arrow and letting it go and just moving on to grow and to expand and to heal, we spend our time focused on the poison that's left in there, and it's the fear, and it's the anger, and it's the distrust, and it's the ways that we then build walls around ourselves and say, well, I can't really do that because somebody might say something, somebody might do something, or I just don't get along with them, or I just don't want to do this, or I'm just not this, or I'm not enough in any way. Those are all the leftovers of the places that we shifted from this divine creation of spirit into, well, I'm not quite whole. And we had plenty of places telling us we weren't. But beneath all of these inquiries and all of these, who am I? How do I get rid of this pain and this sorrow? It lies a deeper truth. And he puts it this way. Even though the event is now over, the fear it left behind is like a poison. It courses through our veins, whispering doubts, weaving prisons from old wounds, and we can remove both the arrow and the poison, and we can, relearn our ways. And he said the first one is to recognize fear's hidden influence. Recognize, wait a minute, I'm blaming somebody. That's a response to something that I have allowed to be present. It's a response. It's a fear response. Anybody have any of those? Let me tell you. We walked back and forth to Disney, and the later it got, the more tired I got. I listened to my responses, and I thought, ooh, this is 11 p.m. response. This is not this. It's getting later. Oh, it's getting later. And we took a very late flight home, and I was like, wow, I can just listen to what happens. When we get squeezed, they come out. What's interesting is right now, life in the United States is squeezing everybody. And so we're getting to then, it's a little easier to find our places if we will listen. He calls it stalking the mind. If we will pay attention, we will find the places that we have been, we're just not open to a larger story. And so he says, recognize fear's hidden influence in our thoughts, our words, our choices, our habits, which break loving relationships with ourselves and others, our reactions which keep us imprisoned in anger, fear, and blame. And if we're angry at someone, then somewhere in there we haven't realized that this universe, in its own way, has provided us with what we need to heal, with a journey. Where we are is a healing journey. And that can be the toughest places. It can hurt more than we ever wanted to hurt, but it is there to heal us if we will open to it. And then he said we can break free from fear-based agreements that keep us trapped in anxiety and unhappiness. We can reclaim our power as the artists of our lives, creating a reality that is rooted in peace and authenticity. This is who I am. I don't have to be whole. I don't have to be this. We already are whole. I don't have to be perfect, would be a better way of putting it. Because much of culture has said we have to be this way to be this. And so we get to find something different. And this week we're going to look at the ideas of unconditional love and trust. Now, I've had many people say, oh, I've already heard about unconditional love. I've tried it. It doesn't work. And I hear you. We could say that. And yet, what if that's the only path we're on? What if that's the journey we've been asked to take? That's who we are. And the ability to learn that is the whole lesson of this life journey this time around. It's learning to love ourselves. It's learning to love each other. And it's learning to take away the places where fear has kept us bound and blocked us into saying, I'm just not quite this. Because the this that somebody decided you needed to be has nothing to do with the truth of this universe. And so we get to walk into that and find a new way. And he kind of laughs. He says, when we get married or we get into a relationship of any kind, and he said, it's so wonderful. You birth a child, you whatever it is. And then he goes on 105, he says, when our love fails to magically dissolve any difficulties. There comes a point with kids, usually it's when they start running around or say no, they learn no. My youngest we named her Miss No-No, because that was the only thing I heard that came out of her mouth. And I thought, oh, she is a teacher. Oh, she has just come, because I couldn't believe what it did in me. It wasn't her. It was me. She was doing what developmentally she was supposed to do. I just didn't like it. And so I was like, oh my, okay. But when our love fails to magically dissolve these difficulties or make all our fears go away, we think there's something wrong with the relationship, or with us, or with them. But often we're the ones placing conditions on our love. Finding an agape love and a love that is unconditional is a completely different thing. When we practice unconditional love, we recognize that the divine life, and he calls it the Nagwal. He said there's this flow of life that flows through all living beings and is present in all situations. Now, most of us were taught to expect love and a person to show up in a certain way. One of the biggest pieces we are being asked to let go of is how we love ourselves and how we love those around us, because we had to show up in a certain way. Anybody today think of any reason why you might not be perfectly acceptable? Anybody? Okay. We do. We have been taught that. What's fascinating is right now we're being asked to let go of that and let go of our expectations of others at the same time. Because the pieces that say you're not included because your skin is a different color, or your background is a different color, or you act differently, or you identify differently, that is happening around us, is the same squeezing that happens when we look in the mirror and say, oh God, what happened here? That it's the same thing. And so we get to realize, whoa, we have to walk both of those and begin to unfold both of those. And for a long time, we could just work on ourselves, on the conditional love. I don't believe we can just do that anymore. I believe we have to work on it ourselves, and I believe we have to turn around and touch the world with it. I believe we have to find a larger way, a different place. And, he says the most common way we practice conditional love is with ourselves. We watch ourselves making social blunders, doing sloppy work, or failing to reach a goal, and we think, pathetic. And we have to heal that. And he said unconditional love, shifting from conditional love to unconditional love, which, by the way, you were not given that as a child. That's just simply generationally. At some point, we have to say the universe is evolving, and the love that I received is what I received, period. My opportunity is to find the unconditional love in me, as me, for me, this day. And then begin living that. Loving ourselves, whether, society could say, you blew it as a parent, you blew it as this, you blew it as that. It doesn't matter. None of that's the reality. The reality is we have this life to live and work with, and our opportunity is to find the love, the Nagwal, the life that's in it. And it's there. And we can either turn around and say, I am love, and begin letting those conditions fall away for ourselves, and then actively work on letting those conditions fall away for others. For others. Many times, by the way, the idea, we think unconditional love means everybody loves us. My first year in ministry, I was in shock. I was asked to come back and teach the next ministerial class, a weekend seminar, and the first thing I said was, you are going to find people that hate you just because you're different than the person who went before you. And I said no more than I said yes. I couldn't believe it. And people did. And I thought I was moving into a place of unconditional love. I'd worked on love for years for myself, and I was so excited. And I realized, no, walking through humanity and walking through these pieces doesn't mean we're the most popular person at all. Sometimes unconditional love is simply saying, I love you, and I'm standing here, and this is who I am, and this is my path. And what they do, we have to love them as they do what they need to do. But we don't change who we are as we expand things. And so when we've put conditions on our love, we find something different. We find that we're going to get squeezed. And as society right now, we're getting squeezed. You know, November is Transgender Awareness Month. And some of us were aware of it, some of us weren't. It actually didn't become Transgender Awareness Month until 2017. But as I was looking at the history and some of the pieces and what's happening right now in the transgender community, which that's not political, it's scary. It's very scary when we talk to people who are moving through life afraid simply to walk down the street. Then we get to say as humanity, wait a minute, that's not who I am. That's not who we are. And we get to change it. But often we've thought, it's not in my lane, so I'm safe. I love everybody. But actually, we got to take the places of fear away. In 1960 was the first actual riot before it, I may be wrong, 1966 was the first, it was the Compton Cafeteria riot. And it was in San Francisco. And a group of transgender women said, we have been beaten up again and again and again simply for who we are. Now, the medical model was put in place in the 50s and the 60s by a doctor in Denmark who had then opened an office in San Francisco, and he had begun teaching other doctors what this whole process was as far as shifting and moving beings into who they had already believed they were. Now, if you're not familiar with the history, there is no time in history when there have not been people who did not identify with the sex they were born with. And there are many questions. I'd invite you to do some research on that. But what's fascinating is we are all a part of changing those conditions and those ideas. Because we've grown up in a society that says love looks like this or this, and we may say no. But have we gone and included our circle that's large enough that we understand more about it? So 3 years before the Stonewall riots, which is considered the beginning of the LGBTQ awareness that was happening, and in the 60s, this awareness was coming out in all different arenas. It was like, wait a minute, we can't continue on with this. What fascinates me is, how are we still doing it today? I mean, it's when I really looked at when this started, I thought, oh my goodness, and November 20th is Transgender Remembrance Day, which is for those who have lost their lives in this journey. And they're still losing their lives, and it can be discouraging. But I believe the process we get to do is say, where am I putting my conditions on my love for myself, for my family? And where are there places that feel a little squidgy with the rest of humanity? We have to break open those barriers. And we have to begin actively doing that. Because the way we change a culture is we change ourselves and don't just say, I'm fine, let's keep going. And hope, you know, now everything has to do with Disneyland, but in that Autotopia, there I am driving in the rain because someone wanted to go. In the rain, I'm driving, and you have to stay in your own lane. There's no way to go anywhere else. It is not a whole lot of fun. We weren't designed to stay in one lane. We were designed to find that Nagwal, that divine life in every being, in every part of life, and we are a part of unraveling these pieces. And when we do, we create the understanding in ourselves. You want to learn to love yourself? Work on these pieces inside of you, and we all have them. Every one of us has racism inside of us. We have homophobia inside of us. We have these fears because we were raised in a culture that says these pieces. So how do I open them up and understand, oh my goodness, this is humanity. It's the beautiful essence. The life force has gone through every one of us and is present and available. And Charles Fillmore believed so strongly in the life presence. He believed we have a life center within us. And that if we call it forth, it begins to build and create and to move us forward. And so when we want to do that with ourselves, we get to realize, what do you think we're doing as humanity? We're saying, oh my goodness, we have life and every being has that life. And then we get to say, and what's my part? Have I just stayed in my lane and thought I was doing enough? Or am I touching the world around me and saying, oh my goodness, look at this beauty. Look at this possibility. Look at what life is offering us. And when we do, we find so much more. We find that there's a presence and a power that will move through us and remind us of that. And by the way, he says, unconditional love is a personal act of freedom. We are human and worthy too. And when we create the neural pathways that say, I love myself the way I am, and then we go further and we say, and I love you the way you are, and I expand my understanding of what you is. I understand pronouns. I understand why someone who was in a body that didn't feel like their body wanted to be identified differently. I begin to understand that. That's the moving of humanity. And sometimes we might say it was easier 50 years ago when I didn't have to remember those things. It was easier if you're white and if you had money. And that's, and yeah, and male. But it's, and I'm, this is just humanity growing. It's the knocking on the door of the universe saying it's time to find a larger picture. And what I know is if I'm uncomfortable in any way, then I want to find every bit of history I can. By the way, there's about 64 pages here, so I will not read all of it to you. But I want us to understand that we are learning at such rapid rates if we will open to this. And the places where it doesn't feel like we understand or we know what to do or we just hoped we could forget it and it would evolve instead of us having to be involved in it, those are the places that we actually have an active part in life, in movement, in where we are. He says boundaries are an expression of unconditional love. So we have the boundaries. It's not saying people aren't accountable. It's not saying any of those things. But he said unconditional love is a practice. And we must return to it again and again and again. So when I'm squeezed and I don't know what to do, one of the things that he says, and it goes on into the next chapter, which is on trust. He said, do you know, if we're all alive, we've made it through. So congratulations, we've made it through. We've succeeded through all of the wounds of our lives this far. Anybody realize that? We've made it through. We've made it to this point. And he said, what would happen if we went forward with an absolute commitment to believe that this universe wants us to move through, that this universe is supporting us to, and that right now what's happening is supporting us in a vision larger than we even wanted to be a part of. But it is in a vision of a world where we can truly say, you belong, I belong, we belong, because we are all whole. And we can have a trust that he believes is based on faith. Now, some people, sometimes faith is a hard word. I know this. I have absolute trust in this universe. That it loves me, what I'm going through, no matter what it is, or how it hurts, or where it takes me, it is moving me forward, and that all things work together for good. There is nothing happening in this day that will not move together for good as humanity opens their hearts in love, and as we know, we are the love. We have come as the channels, we've come at the light, we are the love. Thank you. And you know, sometimes this journey is one that asks us again and again to find a bigger picture, a bigger way. I'm so grateful in this community as we saw everybody come together last week. We're going to receive our tithes and our love offerings in a moment. So much of this time since COVID has been, how do we continue to hold space as community? And we are continuing to do that. And every day somebody else steps up and says, this is my part, this is my part. What I've learned is that community is actually all of us saying, I'm this piece, I'm this piece, I'm this piece, I'm this piece. And when we let go of the conditions of, well, I'm not quite enough, we realize actually we're enough. And we create a wholeness when we have the courage to show up. We're going to receive our tithes and our love offerings, the gifts. I believe that we live in a universe of give and take. And we were taught a lie of scarcity. And so recreating a culture that knows we can give and we can receive is part of this journey. And that's another big piece on our table right now. I would invite you, I believe, we have wonderful ways you can give. They're also in the seats in front of you. But just start the process of saying, I'm a channel of the giving and receiving. I'm a movement of the energy of the universe that flows through me, and there's enough. And so we're going to say our blessing together. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Amen.
If you want more love, give love. If you want more joy, give joy. If you want more peace, give peace. If you want more, give. If you want more, give. If you want more money, give your money. If you want more time, give of your time. If you want more friends, be a friend. If you want more, give. If you want more, give. When you give, you receive. It's as simple as that. There's no effort, no struggle. It's just a simple fact. If you want to see a change, be the change. If you want to have more truth, tell your truth. If you want more gratitude, give thanks. And if you want more, give. If you want more, give. When you give, you receive. That's as simple as that. There's no effort, no struggle. It's just a simple fact. It's just a simple fact. It's just a simple fact, Jack. If you want more love, you gotta give love. If you want more joy, you gotta give joy. If you want more peace, you gotta give peace. If you want more, give. If you want more,
Thank you, thank you. All right, so after the service, I will be doing the new member orientation in here. If you're interested, you don't have to join the church, but I'll be doing that at 12:30. And I wanted to share with you, I believe, well, when our youth comes in, we talked about giving just a moment ago. One of the people that has given in this region for the last 50 years is Jackie Green. Most of you do not know who she is, but since the time I was 15, she has been taking care of our Uniteens in their region. Her memorial service is this coming weekend, and Barbara and quite a few of our teachers will be going to honor her, but they've asked that, because I know actually, I don't know if you knew her or not. You came right before her, okay? But I just want to hold a space recognizing we give in all of our own ways. In just a moment, our youth are going to come. Oh, wait, one more thing. Please sign up for the Thanksgiving dinner if you'd like to be a part of that. I'm looking forward to it, but just knowing we can make sure we have enough food for that. And everybody gets to be a part of cleaning up. This is a family dinner. So when you sign up to bring something, you also say, yes, I'm willing to clean up. And we're going to sing our youth in. I want us to remember they are the light, they are the love, and our job is to remind them of the truth that they are. So if you will allow that love that you are to encircle this room into which this pathway into which they walk, we get to say we know who you are.
You are the star of the morning. You are heaven smiling at us. You're God's gift of tomorrow. Oh, how we love you. Oh, how we love you. You are the star of the morning. You are heaven smiling at us. You're God's gift of tomorrow. Oh, how we love you. Oh, how we love you. You are the star. Gift of tomorrow. Oh, how we love you. Oh, how we love you.
My name is Everett, and today we made pumpkins with pipe cleaners and googlyas and hot glue and sticker leaves. First, we stapled what we're grateful for on the wall, and then we made a pumpkin.
Thank you, Everett.
And you can come down and read the wall and see all the things they're grateful for.
Hi, everyone. So, as you might know, this is the last possible day you can order wreaths. So I will be out there at that desk right outside. So if you want a wreath, this is your very last chance to get one. So come order one. And we also have some t-shirts available. We have tie-dye shirts for $10 and shirts with our little logo for $20. And cookies in a jar, so like cookie mix in a jar, and some nut mixes. So come buy some, support our youth.
Are you guys going to do something?
And just so you know, other than the t-shirts that the YOU viewers are selling, the kids did all of the other things. They tie-dyed the shirts on a Sunday morning in the kitchen. You didn't even know it happened. But they did do that, and they put all the cookie stuff together in the jars. So this is their fundraisers, and they've worked on them.
All right. Thank you, thank you. Okay, when do our Uniteens go? When do our Uniteens go? Are they saying anything? About your wonderful experience?
Last weekend we went to Unitreat in Cispus, which is in Randall, Washington. It's pretty fun.
do you see how many kids are up here? Uniteens now? Yeah. So, and there's one not here. So that's how big we are. And guess what? There's 2 Unitrine camps a year, and there's twice as many kids. So buy a lot of cookies because, yeah, we try to help them out as best we can. And we got a couple of families that have 2 kids that have to go, which is costing them almost $1,000 for a camp.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, the cookie jars out there, that's going to help us go to camp. Okay, so the next one's in August. You'll hear more.
Yes. Yes. The camp prices have gone up because the insurance on the camps have tripled. And so that's why it takes so much to get the kids there. We are so grateful that you all are here and holding this. We invite all of you downstairs after the service for Connection Hour, a time to just connect and remember that we are all walking this sacred journey. We're going to stand and sing, "Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me."
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Oh yes, let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. We're going to close with our unity prayer, and then we will sing our youth out so they can get downstairs before anybody else does. So we say, the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And our kids stomp it to make it firm. All right, we're going to sing our youth out.
I'm gonna move to the light. I'm gonna speak of the light. I'm gonna sing with the light. I'm gonna dance in the light. When I choose to remember that Spirit is all, I rejoice and give praise and shine in the light. Yeah. I'm gonna move to the light. I'm gonna speak of the light. I'm gonna sing with the light. I'm gonna dance in the light. When I choose to remember that Spirit is all, I rejoice and give praise and shine in the light. Yeah. When I choose to remember that Spirit